Okay, so let's say we have triangle ABC, and let's say X is in the middle of AB. What would we call this point right here? Midpoint. And we'll say Y is the midpoint, and we'll say Z is the midpoint of BC. Okay, so if I draw a segment from connecting two of the midpoints, does anybody want to guess what I know about that before I tell you? You can kind of tell by looking at the picture. What do you know about these two lines? Parallel. Yeah, so that's like theorem number one. XY is parallel to BC. And there's something else we know also. Anybody want to guess that part?
180.
This one's a little bit harder. XY is half of BC. Okay. Anyway, I forgot to name it. So XY is called a mid segment. Okay, because it like goes through the midpoints. So it doesn't have to be these two midpoints. So if I drew from Y to Z, this is parallel to that. You guys see it? And also YZ is half as long as AB. And same thing. If I drew in BZ, or XZ I mean, it would be parallel to AC, and it's half as long as AC, or AC is twice as long as XZ. Got it? So if this is 5, this is 10. Are you really sick?
I'm so hungry. I'm not a bar.
You're just saying that so you can eat in class?
I don't even have food, so I don't even know what I would eat. The tiger. I'll eat the tiger.
I wouldn't recommend that. Then you might actually puke in that case.
I ate an eraser one time, like in 6th grade, and I was sick for 2 weeks. I don't think it was because of the eraser. But
I remember that.
Probably didn't help. That was a poor decision. All right, number 1. Oh, I didn't really talk about it, but all this stuff from a chapter or two ago, whenever we did this, is going to be used today also. You guys remember these formulas? Okay. The distance formula, the midpoint formula, slope formula, we're going to be using those some today also. Number 1, it says name the segment parallel to each side of the triangle. So, what is parallel to segment JL?
like ZX.
ZX.
Like the parallel.
Just put segment ZX. Number 3, what is parallel to segment KL?
ZY.
You guys see all those marks they put on the outside of the triangle? What are those marks telling us? Basically,
Those 2 lines are the same. It shows that the midpoint is equal.
right? They're telling us X, Y, and Z are the midpoint. Basically, that's what those lines tell us. Because if the segments on either side are the same length, then X would have to be in the middle, for example. Okay. Number 5 says find the slope. How do we find the slope from A to B? So A is at -4, -2. And B is up here at -4, 4.
Oh, crap.
How do we find the slope between 2 points?
The slope first.
Slope formula. Before I do the slope formula, does anybody happen to remember what the slope of a vertical line was?
It's either none or can't
It's
happen.
1 and 1, right?
Okay, let's find out, I guess. So, still there. It's been there for a long time. Y minus Y would be 4 minus negative 2. Remember the y's go on top, and they're the second numbers. And then x minus x. What's 6 divided by 0?
0. Undefined.
Undefined. So yeah, a vertical line doesn't have a slope. So yeah, we're gonna put undefined. If you plugged it in your calculator, what would your calculator say? Error. But what's 0 divided by 6? 0. Do you guys remember what kind of line had a 0 slope?
Straight. Vertical.
Horizontal.
3.
Horizontal. The one that we just did was vertical. The trick to remembering is the horizon is horizontal. And then the other one is vertical. In basketball, it's important to know what is your vertical. Because it's like how high can you jump.
No, I'm not doing
But yeah, just remember horizon, horizontal. All right, what's 8 say? What characteristic terms do you use during these science? Yeah, I'll let you guys look at that. Okay, number 9 says find the length. How do I find the length from A to C?
Are we not doing 7?
Oh, did I skip it?
Yeah.
Oh, whoops. Okay, number 7, from D to E, what's the slope? Negative 4, 1 to 0, negative 2. You could probably kind of count the rise and the run if you were careful about it, but let's go ahead and use slope formula. So it's y minus y over x minus x. What's 1 minus negative 2? 3. Because that, remember, that becomes a plus, right? Minus negative. What's negative 4 minus 0? So the slope is negative 3/4. I guess I should have put that over here. Okay, how do I find the length of AC?
Would it be distance?
Yes, it would be distance. So we could use the distance formula. There is an easier way to do it on this one, anyway. Anybody know the easier way?
You taught us a lot.
No, this is more like a just think about it kind of thing.
Oh, divide 2, right?
No. Are you thinking about midpoint maybe?
Oh, yeah. Square and both.
Negative 4, so it's 2.
Okay, so
They're both.
you don't really need the distance formula because they're on the same horizontal line. This one's at negative 4, negative 2. This one's at 4, negative 2. So this negative 4 is like the x-coordinate, and this positive 4 is the x-coordinate. So how far is it from negative 4 to 4? 8. So you don't really, I mean, the distance formula, we could have used it, but since it's a straight line, it's just going from negative 4 to 4, basically. So it's 8. Probably 11, we'll need to use the distance formula. Yeah. So 11, we'll practice the distance formula.
Wait, is distance only one number?
Yes, distance from, so the 2 number thing was the midpoint, this one right here. Because the x has a midpoint has an x and a y coordinate on the graph, so that's why it has 2 numbers. A distance is like how far is it from here to Tulsa? 40 miles, so that's just one number. So BC, we're going from negative 4, 4 to 4, negative 2. So it's the square root of, x minus x squared plus y minus y squared. -4 minus 4 is -8. Squared is positive 64. 4 minus -2 is 6. Squared is 36. 64 plus 36. What's the square root? 100. 10. Comes out perfect. I wonder if the evens do. Yeah, the evens come out nicely also. By the way, we just found BC is 10. How do you guys know how we find DE without the distance formula?
Oh, they're parallel.
It's gonna be half, yeah, because it's the parallel line thing. Like it's the mid segment is half of the other side of the triangle. Or you could still do distance formula. All right. 13. What characteristic of segment DE can be determined from the figure?
DE is half of BC.
DE is the, what did I call it? The what? No. The points on the side are midpoints, but what's the segment in between? Mid segment. Okay, it says explain your reasoning. How do we know that DE is the mid segment?
We have eyes like this.
Because if you look at it, point A is like at -4, point E is at 0, point C is at 4. So E is like right in the middle. And D. Same thing with D. So E and D are because E and D are the midpoints. This lesson is called coordinate geometry because we're on the XY coordinate plane. So, yeah. Anyways, again, in this next picture on number 15, all the triangles in the middle are made up of all the mid segments. So, welcome. Class A. This one. So, do you guys see XY in the picture? Does anybody know, it's a really quick, easy answer. Does anybody know how to find the length of XY? Okay.
Times 2.
Right. It's the mid segment times 2. So what's the mid segment that goes with XY? The SR, yeah, the 5. So XY has to be twice that. So it's 10. So all those are mid segments. So all of those lines in the middle are going to be half of the side that they're parallel to. All right, 17. Uh-oh, this one might be a mess. Codes often require property owners to maintain a clear line of sight at the corner of intersecting roads. The dimensions of the line of sight triangle vary depending on the traffic flow. A city decides to install a sidewalk parallel to a row of shrubbery along the line of sight, line AB. You guys see that in the picture, line AB. We're going to put a sidewalk in right there, I guess. Where X and Y are both 35 feet. We should draw this again. What kind of triangle is this?
Isosceles.
The right triangle. Yeah, it's a right isosceles, yes. Alright, anyways. They tell us X and Y are 35, so I put 35s in there. Workers place stakes 17.5 feet from C along each curb. Okay, what is special about 17.5 feet?
Half of 35?
Right. That would be the halfway point. Okay, so yeah. You guys see what's coming here? If I connected those two places where they had cones, that would be the mid segment. I don't know if I drew it very well, but you guys get the idea. Okay. Along the curb line and connect the stakes with the string, so that was the last line I drew was the string, to mark the center line of the new sidewalk. Is the string parallel to the line of sight? Okay, so this XY thing, or what do they call it? AB. This AB thing is like the line of sight. Is this sidewalk parallel to the line of sight?
Uh-huh.
Yes, because how do we know that?
What's it called? The mid segment.
Because, yeah, the sidewalk is the mid segment of the triangle, basically. Oh boy. I'll let you guys think about 18. It's not, yeah, it's not too bad. A little bad, but maybe not. 19. Write an expression for each measure if P, Q, and R are the midpoints. Okay. I probably should draw this. Darn it. If I can. Do a good one. Alright, that's not bad, if I do say so myself. All kinds of letters all over the place. You guys know what's different between like Z and X right here? Z is a what?
Degrees.
This is an angle, and 3x. This side is an x, a 3x, I guess. But so yeah, Z and Y are representing angles. X is representing like a length. So they're totally different kinds of things. Okay, what is 19 asking? AC. What does that mean if they just say AC? What are they asking? If we're just finding AC, what are they actually asking? How long is it from A to C? How long is the line segment from A to C?
So you do like 2x plus A and then times 2.
Alright, did I get everything?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Because this is the midpoint, yeah, AC is going to be twice as long as RC. So what's 2 times 2x plus 8?
4x
Plus 16.
4x plus 16. So we don't have a number answer, we just have a algebraic expression.
Oh, same.
A variable answer.
So hungry.
Okay, 21. Did you bring any lunch?
No, I'm going to like Chick-fil-A.
How are you getting out of school?
My daddy's gonna come sign me out.
Did you text him and request?
Yeah, I did. I forgot my lunch in the car,
Oh.
but in my mom's car.
Did you actually do that on purpose so you could ask for Chick-fil-A? Okay. AB. So, on the next one, we're looking for AB. Whoops. Alright. So from there to there, what do we know about AB?
3x times 2.
It's twice as long as RQ. And RQ they called 3x, so AB is going to be
6x.
6x. No, just 6x. You don't get an x squared unless you multiply by another x.
Oh, that's not bad.
I think. Yeah, that's the last one. Okay, last three are angles. Oh, this might cause us some 24. Oh, it's challenging. Okay, 23, angle APR. It's right there. Let me change the blue again. Or maybe green. Okay, so we're looking for APR right there. What did we know about the mid segments besides that they're half the length of the side? What else did we know?
They're parallel.
Parallel. And when we have parallel lines, we know stuff about
Alternate.
angles. What angle would have to be the same as this guy?
Z.
Z. Do you know what kind of angles these are?
Corresponding.
Corresponding. Good job. Yeah. So angle APR is just going to be a Z as well. I don't know. Maybe I should PAR. All right. So PAR is down here. What would it have to be the same thing as? Yeah, Y. So these two lines are parallel. That corresponds to Y. Do you guys see it?
Yeah.
So that one wasn't the hard one. It was the next one. But you kind of have to know. You kind of have to know it. Yeah, I know. That's what we're getting at here.
Is it like RCQ?
Okay, let me change colors again. They getting too many colors. I guess we could do black. I never use black.
Yeah.
Okay, it said QPR. Yeah. Right there.
Shoot, I just found it in the
Ticky wicky.
I call it a ticky wicky.
Okay.
I do for Hitler mustache.
So, are you guys ready for the magic here?
Yeah.
So,
let's see.
this one earlier, like whatever problem it was, we figured out was Z.
23.
And this one we figured out was Y. Okay. Z is an alternate interior angle with this one right here. You guys see it?
Yeah.
Alternate interior. So those are the same.
Okay.
Y, this Y, is alternate interior with this one.
Oh yeah.
Okay. If I know this is called Z and this is called Y, what could I call that?
ZY. Or X.
What do I know about these three angles together?
Add up to 180.
They add up to 180 because they make a triangle. So if I knew these two angles, how would I find the third one? I could do 180 minus these two, right?
Yeah.
So it's 180 minus. You could say 180 minus Z plus Y with parentheses, or you could say 180 minus Z minus Y.